back to the Casual Critic YouTube channel. I'm happy to have you. Happy 420. I am not recording this on 420, but I may or may not be enjoying the benefits of the coveted 420. So we're talking about Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I thought, why not kind of have it themed? I mean, it's not like a 420. There's not 420 movies, but you know what I mean. If you know anything about it, I mean, you can tell just by the cover, it is fucking crazy, okay? Thank God the first time I watched this, I did not watch it inebriated because I feel like I would have had it would have been bad. It would have been a bad way. I would have had to exit. But I feel like it'd be a good rewatch while enjoying the benefits of 420. So I want to, I want to explain my choice with the hat. If you've seen the movie, he kind of wears a hat like this. However, I cannot wear my headphones with this hat because it looks like this. So if my microphone is a little too much, or maybe just a little too little, I do apologize. I'm going to try to keep it at a good distance. Okay, so let's get into the movie. I was going to wear a Hawaiian shirt too, and I completely forgot. When I sat down to record this, I had a big mic issue. And I'm not in the right place for this, but I figured it out because I am, yeah, I'm a genius. Okay, so Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. That's the movie. Have you seen it? I don't know. I have. Let's talk about it. It's directed by Terry Gilliam, who also did Monty Python movies. I love the Holy Grail. And Brazil. If you've never seen Brazil, I highly recommend. It is a crazy ass movie, but I recommend it. So he did those movies. In this one, we've got Johnny Depp, we got Benicio del Toro, Tobey Maguire, and Christina Ricci, and a few other famous people. Basically, Johnny Depp and Benicio, I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. They're like the main characters, but there's a lot of very tiny characters in this movie. Tobey Maguire in this movie is so fucking scary looking. If you don't watch this movie, at least look up a picture of him, because he is scary looking. I do not like it. Okay, so it's got 49% on Rotten Tomatoes. What? Why? Why so low? I don't think it's like, oh my god, this is mind-blowing, but it's pretty good, I thought. I really liked it. We'll get into the review, but I don't know why it has such a low score on Rotten Tomatoes. Don't let it fool you. Oh, I forgot the book. I own the book. This is based on a book by the same name, by a very famous journalist and novelist and writer, Hunter S. Thompson. The book and the movie are semi-autobiographical. They're like based on stuff that he did, but it's not like an actual, the whole thing is not a true story about something that happened to him. It's just based on lots of his, adventures and trips, because he was a journalist and he traveled the world and he covered the stories. I don't know anything about him. Okay, so what the movie and the book is about, it follows Raoul, that's a hard name to say for me, Raoul Duke, which is an alias. It's actually Hunter S. Thompson, but that's the alias that he uses. So Raoul, which is played by Johnny Depp, and his attorney, which is played by Benicio, go on this drug-fueled rampage in Las Vegas. They go there to cover a story, and they are so high. I don't even know. I don't know how they're not dead. I don't know. Well, he is dead, but not from drugs that I know of. I don't know. He lived to be an old man, so I'm assuming it's, I don't know. But yeah, they're on copious amounts of drugs. And he's supposed to be there, he's a journalist covering a story, and he doesn't really do any of that. And then he decides he's gonna skip town because he can't pay the hotel bill. And then his attorney, who I guess is also, I don't know, his manager of stories of some kind, because he sends him out on these stories, I don't know. Then he was like, oh, well, you got another story. You're gonna cover this cop convention at another hotel in Las Vegas. So then he has to turn around and go back to Las Vegas and be in that hotel with all those people. And he is on drugs. He's running from the police. All kinds of shit is going on in this movie. It is crazy. So before going in, if I'm doing a terrible job, this is mostly meant to be funny and not a real solid review, because I can't do that right now. Okay, my expectations before going in was, I knew it was going to be at least a decent movie. I didn't know how good it was going to be. I thought it had the potential to be like 5 out of 5. Great, great, great movie. But I knew going in, I was like, I'm at least gonna like it. I really like the book. If you've watched the movie and not read the book, I highly recommend the book. The book is better. Not that the movie's bad, I don't think that, but the book is way better. And if you haven't seen or heard of any of this, I highly recommend the book first. It's very good. It's a short read. It was fabulous. Excuse me, microphone. So let's do the review. So the story. Obviously, this movie is all about the shock factor, right? I mean, the things that they do and the things that they say and the things that happen are crazy. And I think a lot of movies rely on the shock factor, but maybe they don't have as interesting a story, and so it's not as good. But this movie is not like that. The story is very good, very interesting. At some points, it's a little hard to follow, but the book was like that too, in my opinion, just a tiny bit in a few parts. And you know, that's in the book, that's in the movie, but what am I talking about? What am I talking about? I'm not cutting this out. What the fuck am I talking about? The story was a little hard to follow, but that doesn't mean it's bad. And just because there's a lot of shocking stuff in it doesn't mean that it's also not a movie of substance. Jesus, it totally went out the window. Out the window. Okay. And during this movie, there's a lot of dialogue. There's so much dialogue. That's mostly in the book too. That's why it's such a quick read, because it's a lot of dialogue. And excuse me, microphone, I'm so sorry. And sometimes they will be talking so much, and it gets a little bit boring. Because the shock factor of them being on the drugs that they're on and doing things, it wears off after like 20 straight minutes of just blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about? Like them just going off the handle. So, other than that, like it does have a few flaws, but it's overall a very, very interesting story. Whenever I saw that this movie was 2 hours long, and I'd already read the book, I was like, 2 hours? So there's a little too much jibber jabber, okay? But other than that, it's still really good. The story, very good. The directing, of course, with this kind of movie and what it, known for as far as the book, it's going to be a very interestingly directed movie, and it was. And I liked it, appreciated it. I thought it did a very good job. And I also thought that the directing at some points added a lot of things to the story. It added humor to the story. It was very funny. Very funny movie. It's the borderline of comedy. Is this a comedy? Is this a comedy? Is this a... I don't know. Okay, so the acting, I don't know what it was, bro. The whole fucking time I was like, Johnny Depp, why is this not Jim Carrey? For some reason to me, he was acting just like Jim Carrey. Not saying that that's bad. I mean, maybe that's just Hunter S. Thompson, like he's just getting in his zone. But it felt like a Jim Carrey movie. I don't know if anybody else got that, or maybe I'm just fucking nuts, but it felt like a Jim Carrey movie. Not to say that Johnny Depp did bad. I don't think he did bad. It was very good. And also Benicio, I really liked his character. I thought he was funny. Good stuff. Very good stuff. And their chemistry together was very, very good. As far as the writing, for some reason I have script. I don't ever write script. For the writing, lots of shock factor in this element of the movie as well. The things that they fucking say are awful sometimes and crazy. But that's the story, man. That is the story. I like the narration. Johnny Depp narrates a lot in this movie. If you haven't seen it, if you have, you know that very well. But usually I get annoyed with the narration, but I didn't in this movie. I thought it was good. There was a lot of it. So if you don't like narration, I would understand why that would have gotten on your nerves. But I think that was just pulling straight from the book, all the narration. I could be wrong because I don't fucking remember the book word for word. But I think that's what it was. Sentences out of the book. And it was good. I like Johnny Depp's narration. Very good. Overall, the movie... Sorry, I'm reading my notes. I'm trying really hard to record a video. Overall, the movie met my expectations, and I thought it was a pretty good adaptation from the book. It wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good. I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. Definitely recommend to other people. I would not watch this high your first time. Just because of personal experience, I feel like it would fuck me up the first time. Rewatch, definitely, so you know what's coming. But there's a lot. There is a lot. But overall, good movie. Like I said, 3.5 out of 5. So if you haven't seen it, I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you go down in my description box, I'm saying this in the wrong order. If you go down in my description box, you'll find my Twitter, my TikTok, and my Instagram. Be sure to follow me. You'll get behind the scenes content. You'll find out what's coming up on the channel quicker. It's like a sneak peek. So go follow me on that stuff. And if you've seen this movie, let me know what you thought about it in the comments, because I'd like to know. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, you gotta subscribe. Over 60% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, and that is unacceptable. So you gotta subscribe and hit the bell to know when I post new videos. I've also got a podcast that comes out every Saturday called The Casual Critic, that's on Anchor, Spotify, and Apple. And it's good stuff. So go do that, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy 420, bye!